Alrighty. I think that is going. Pull up some music. Copyright free pop music. I'm just trying all of the different copyright free playlists. Hi Sierra, hi Catherine. All right, I'm gonna give people some time to join in, but I'm excited because I finished, or pretty much finished, the new collection. So I'm gonna show you guys that. But again, first just gonna give people some time to join on in. Hey Natalie and Marissa. Okay, let me get my charger cord. And plug this in. All right. All right. So, let's see here. Thanks, Sierra. I'm so glad you like it. All right, so let me get these in the right order here. All right, so here's the deal, guys. So I pretty much finished this. Here is page 1. Now for page 2 here, I just realized this morning. I had actually intended to make monthly spread headers on this sheet with this sort of offset font. So like monthly overview, habit tracker, daily review, sort of those main headers. Hi, April. But as you can see, when I was actually doing this, I totally forgot. So my question to you guys is, do you want me to get rid of one of the components on this page here and instead do monthly spread or monthly overview, habit tracker, daily review, and like brain dump headers in this offset spread? Or do you want to just keep this sheet how it is now? Because if you guys want those monthly spread headers instead, I can just design those right now on this stream for you guys. But if you guys don't care and you prefer to have all of the weekly headers and banners like there is here, then I'll leave it how it is and I won't include the offset monthly spread headers. I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the chat right now what you would prefer. And yeah, I'll just wait to see. Okay, so we got 2 people who say they like how it is. Hi, Nikki. Oh, you're barely late. I started like 4 minutes ago. And if anybody just came in and missed what I said, I was saying that this is what I have right now for sheet 2, but I had originally meant to include monthly spread headers on here with this offset font. So like monthly overview, habit tracker, daily review, those kind of common ones. But when I designed this, I totally forgot about that and just did weekly headers. So I want to know if you guys would rather me keep this how it is right now or replace one of these sets of weekly headers with spread headers. And if we do end up changing this so it has spread headers, we then have to decide what we want to remove from this sheet. Because obviously I need to make room for that. Okay, so we have, Okay, it seems like most people are wanting spread headers. Okay, yeah. I think most people are wanting spread headers, which is kind of what I figured. So let's just go ahead and make those right now. And so it seems like 2 people have suggested to remove these ones here. That's kind of what I was thinking too, because I love these 2. I don't want to get rid of the clouds or the boats. And it's always nice to have some smaller ones for like the calendar and other sort of small weekly spread applications. So what do you got? And I don't really want to get rid of the banners either because I like those. The middle long ones if we have to get rid of some. Okay, it seems like we're in agreement. I also am scrolling up to make sure I said hi to everybody. I don't know if I said hi to April or Megan. Hello, welcome guys. Okay, it sounds like we're in agreement, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let us move over to the iPad here. And I'm gonna close my blinds so that a little less glare. Move this guy up a little bit. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the whole collection turned out. Thank you guys so much for all of your recommendations in the live streams, because that definitely helped, and I know that that's always a big reason why they turn out so good is because of your guys' suggestions and such. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and get rid of, before I start this, let me show you the rest of the collection, actually. Let me open the blinds up again so you can see it in all its glory. I totally forgot that I wanted to show you the rest. Okay, so we're gonna be replacing these with spread headers. So here is sheet number 3 of the monthly kit. Oh, this actually, I guess when I printed it, that's why I printed another one here. This one got cut off, so this is the correct one. Yeah, so this is the doodle page. I really enjoyed that I got to use like sort of a primary color scheme too, along with the sort of cool tones of the ocean and sky. So I really think that's adorable. This is the single doodle sheet. So this one is just basically smaller versions of what I have on here. And I made sure that there's 7 of each. So that way you can use these as weekly headers. Same with the clouds as well. So there's 7 boats, 7 birds, 7 dolphins, 7 crabs, 7 boats, and 7 clouds. I'm so happy you guys like them. So here is the add-on. We got the primary color set and then the shades of blue. And then I made one to look like the sort of sky style I did, and one to look like the waves. And then the number strips. And then here is the $30 Patreon sheet, which I'm obsessed with. I think these turned out so freaking cute. I ended up taking your guys' suggestions for quotes that I saw written under my last post. So we got seize the day, life's a beach, so enjoy the waves. I refuse to sink, float on. I gave you these little banner Monday through Sunday, which I think are really cute. 2 task list headers. And then this one at the bottom says, a smooth sea never made a skillful sailor, with that same sort of gradient wave. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this one turned out. I think this is like my favorite sheet of the whole collection, especially this float on. I feel like that's my favorite. It's so simple and cute. Yeah. Pretty stoked about these. So that is the collection. I'll go back through it here. I'm so glad you guys like it. Yeah, I love finishing a kit. I'm so excited to get these cut and shipped out. Yeah, I always like showing the $30 sheet just because I feel like that one's always like the wild card that you never know what to expect. And I love seeing people get excited about this exclusive sheet. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I'm so glad you guys are into it. So let's go back to my iPad here. And don't forget that if you did want to increase your pledge, you should definitely do so. Well, you can do so anytime before the end of the month, but I'm going to be shipping these out most likely by Sunday. So if you want to increase your pledge and receive everything together, Sunday or by Sunday would be best. All right, so let's delete these headers here. And let's do some monthly spread headers. So do you think that maybe I should do them in different colors, in the primary colors? I'm thinking about if they're gonna go on top of these. Obviously, it's gonna have the white paper behind it, so the separation. But I think it might be cute to do it in red, yellow, and blue, similar to how I did these weeklies. But I'm just gonna start doing it that way, and if you guys have a different suggestion or if you'd rather have them all in just one color, let me know. But I'm just gonna get started. I've been loving playing around with the fonts too after my Firefly setup last month when I did the typewriter font. That definitely got me excited to do different fonts, and I wanted to do an offset one, but I didn't, so I'm really excited that I'm getting to do this offset font this time. April said maybe do some drop shadows with the different colors. I'll have to see. The drop shadows with the offset is like a little bit tricky because then it basically looks like 3 layers, but it could definitely work. I'll try that out once I have the outline and everything set up. Oh, maybe because since every header is different, is 2 words, I'll make each word a different color. I feel like that could be quite cute. Oh. Oh, and I could make a yellow shadow on them. And then each one can just be all 3 colors. That might work. Let me first just finish the outline and all that. These outlines really don't have to be perfect because when you offset it, you can't tell if it perfectly outlines this shape. So it's okay if there's like little white gaps and stuff. As long as it's pretty close. And I also am gonna need to pull this into, or actually, let me just go into here. I usually like to make these headers on top of the rectangular headers, so that way I can just get a correct sizing so that I know that they paste on top nicely. So I'm just gonna have that there for later. Oh, what I could do is make the spaces in between yellow, or no, maybe I'll do a yellow drop shadow. Let's see. Let's see. All of this can go together. Oh, that's a little dark, I think. So let me make sure my brightness is up. Yes, it is. Okay, I think I want that yellow to be a little bit more chill. Hi, Cherry. All right, and that's gonna have to be smaller. So let's see how this translates once we put it on top. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, let's try this again. I want this to go down here. Okay, I think like that big. I'm basically trying to place it on top of, see, for this crab header, I actually want something that goes across horizontally because that's kind of how it's designed. Should I do that for all of them? Let me see. Well, keep in mind that there's going to be white, like when you place the sticker on top, it's going to be a white background behind this. So what you're seeing right now isn't actually what it would look like. Nikki, I'm just commenting about you saying it's busy. I think that I'm not sure if it's contributing to the fact that there's no white behind here. It might be making you feel that way. Let me just put white behind here like the sticker would actually look, and then we'll see. Because then the yellow is a lot more subtle. But I don't know, if you guys don't like the yellow drop shadow, let me know. I'm not committed to anything either way. Okay, so that's like what it would look like. But I'm thinking that I might want to make it a single line header instead of the double line header. So let me see about that. All right, let's see. I think that, let's see. I'm thinking about the white background could be a solid yellow background so that it's in there, but the drop shadow is a bit much. Can you make each word a separate sticker so we can choose? Oh yeah, I could definitely do that. I'll just make each word a separate sticker so you can, because that way, because some of these, it works better across and some works better on top. So I will do that. I usually don't put a colored background like behind my stickers, but I can see how that will look. I would then though want for this part to be white, like in here. And then there would be like a white border around it again, because it'd be a sticker. Yeah, I think I like the white background a bit better. So I think I'm gonna do the words separately. I'm gonna keep it just with a white background. It's kind of like how I usually do things. I can also just make this drop shadow a lot lighter so that it'll just be like a really subtle drop shadow of the yellow. Yeah, so it'll be, yeah, I think that like that, it'll just be a subtle yellow drop shadow. Oh, what I can also try, let's see if we like this, if I make these letters the more saturated versions of the yellow, of the red and the blue. Let's see here. Let me know. Do we like that? And here's how it looked when it was light. So there's the light version, and then the dark version. I feel like that dark version looks pretty cool. Just pops a little bit more. And then that also enables me, I think, to make this yellow in the back just like a little bit more, a little bit darker. Let's see. Okay, I think it seems like most people are liking the darker, so I will do that. And I'm gonna see about, let's just see about making this drop shadow the exact color of the sun. Okay. Let's see. Do we like that blue or that blue? Light blue or dark blue? Light blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue. All right, dark, cool. And Cherry, I don't think I'm gonna be doing weeklies with the dolphin just because I think I'm just gonna be keeping everything else how it is. I had just had to make some decisions about that, and I feel like the boats and the clouds were what I settled on. All right, so there we go. We got our header style down. So I can get rid of this, and then we're gonna do it as separate words. So it's gonna be a separate sticker for each word, which is a great idea. And that also means that you could even just use one of the words if you wanted, and then do your own like cursive or handwriting or just black lettering for the second word. That's a pretty cool thing. I feel like I should just do that more often in general. Okay. So let's do the rest of these now. So we have habit tracker. Oh yeah, Cherry, Nikki is totally right. Here there are 7 dolphins, and then on here there are these small weekly headers. So you could definitely combine both of those to make dolphin headers. Ooh. All right. Like that. Oh. Make our drop shadow. And now we need to go in to our outline. part is a little tedious, but it's definitely worth it because I love how this font turns out. This is a pretty good copyright-free playlist too. It's chill. It's like actual music. I think for this plan with me setup, I think I want to do like a 6-month goals check-in because we're halfway done with the year, basically. Done with the 6th month once July starts, and I feel like it's always good to just check in on like essentially sort of the things that were like your New Year's resolutions or goals that you knew you had in the beginning of the year, to assess like what's still important to you, what you've been working on, what you haven't, what could use a little work. So I'm thinking of doing that, but I won't make a header for that just because I like to keep the headers that I include with the kits just more generic, you know? I like to just make it include like what I think are the most usable and the most popular. All right, so let's offset that. Try to do it by the same amount as this other one. The I is kind of the easiest way to tell. All right. Oh, the 6-month check-in. Cherry, I have like cupcake birthday monthly headers in the shop. Nikki, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if I'll do it, but I'll think about it. Okay, so let's do daily review. All right. Daily. REVIEW. Okay. Just trying to center those. Yeah, it's like 1 line a day, but just a little bit more generic. So even if you don't do a 1 line a day format, it still makes sense. I am also probably going to do a separate mood tracker header just in case people want to use that. But I feel like daily review for me can also include the mood tracker. So like for this month, I just called this my daily review with the one with the daily summaries and mood tracker. But for previous months, when I've made my mood tracker sort of like a more separate page like this, that's where I've included a separate header for my mood tracker and then my daily review for my 1 line a day. If that makes sense. I used to call it 1 line a day, but I just started calling it daily review to be a little bit more encompassing. And I also used to like keep track of energy, productivity, and mood. So daily review just kind of included all of that. All right, let's do the outline. Hi, Anthony. Yeah, I'm definitely going to include a mood tracker header as well. Because I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do for my mood tracker. But I'm sort of thinking a doodle tracker with the boats, maybe? I don't know. I really liked the layout of my daily review this month, where it wasn't a 1 line a day and it was just that very different layout. I loved it, actually. Something about writing the summary of my days in like a block like that instead of long lines just feels a little bit more natural. I think it's because I don't feel so inclined to write like long full sentences. It's all like a mental thing, but when it's more like the block for me to write in, I feel like I'm able to mention more and fit more, just because I kind of make it more like little bullet points. Oh yeah, I wonder if it has fewer pages. Because I don't really care about the pages being thicker, honestly. I don't have any issues with page thickness with what I do. I'm not like really using a lot of watercolor or any pens that bleed, so I feel like I care a little bit more about having more pages, but I have my new Scribbles That Matter. It should be coming in the mail very soon. Oh, 160 pages. That's like 100 fewer pages. Oh no, I guess there's 213 pages in this one. So let's see, if I did 160 pages, that was in the like beginning of May for me. So I would have been able to fit like maybe two fewer months. I was thinking, so I'm definitely not gonna like make the whole doodle sheet white because I want to give people the color versions. But maybe I can make like how I did last month. I could maybe make a sheet that's the black and white, that's like 30 black and white of these, but we'll see. I included the extra one last month in Patreon rewards. If I were to make a black and white, it would be separate from rewards. So we'll see. If enough people want black and white ones, I can do that like I did here. Otherwise, I would just actually, like, I feel like the boats are pretty easy to draw. So I could just doodle them. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, because I could also just do that, Marissa. I could just make a printable that has a bunch of black and white boats on it that you guys can print out and do something different for my plan with me. We'll see. Maybe I'll just make a black and white page and actually sell it. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, if you guys have a preference, if you want me to make a make an actual listing for it, or just make a Patreon only printable. Oh yeah, the clouds would also be a great quick little doodle. Like, I feel like that you could just do yourself, because clouds are pretty easy to draw. All right. Let's move on, getting distracted. So I already have the word tractor up there, so I don't need that again. Yeah, it's more if you guys, you know, prefer like having the individual stickers, or if you don't care about having it just as a printable, you know, because I know some of you like to actually have the stickers. You're not so much into the printable stuff, but I'm happy to just make it one of your monthly printables. And I could even then do like, I could include like a color code box on it, probably. Make it like a whole printable spread, like a single page spread, so that way you could just paste it in next to your daily review, or next to wherever. All right, there's my mood tracker. Maybe if I still want to stream longer. Oh, it's already been 45 minutes, so I didn't expect this to take so long, but I forgot that making these outlines is pretty tedious. But yeah, I think I'll make it a printable for you guys, and then in my video I'm just gonna do something hand drawn. But if you don't want to hand draw like I'm doing, then there will just be the printable. So I'll do that. And I also still want to do a weekly spread for a weekly spread printable, so that for the fireflies. So maybe I'll just bust all of that out today, so that way I have those printables done out of the way. April, I was talking about I'm gonna do a printable for that has a bunch of the boats, black and white, so that you can fill it out for a mood tracker. I was debating between doing that or actually doing something like this and releasing a black and white version, not to be included in Patreon rewards, but just as an extra in the shop. But I think I'm just gonna do a printable for you guys. And you'll have, I think I'll probably have like black and white boats, maybe even like in water, and I'll be sure to keep a black and white only version and maybe also have one where the water is blue, so that way you can like fill in a boat for every day. I feel like that would be pretty cute. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just have the boats, so that way if you guys just want to cut them out individually, you still have that choice, instead of having them like floating in water, because then if you just wanted to use the individual boats and place them wherever you wanted, you can really do that. Me too, Anthony. I'm very excited for my journal to come in so I can start sketching out my July spreads and my migration spreads. Whenever I move into a new journal, I usually end up doing my whatever the first month setup is before I actually do my whole migration, because the monthly spreads are usually like, it's critical that I usually need the monthly spreads more urgently than I need the migration spreads. All right, monthly overview, habit tracker, daily review, mood tracker. Do we want a finance tracker header? Do many of you track finances, or is that a less popular one? And what about brain dump? I always do a brain dump and a finance tracker, but I'm just not sure if everyone uses those. I actually don't. I think I got the teal one. All right. It looks like everyone uses those, so I'm gonna do both of those. Right. Drag that down here. Now I need that tracker. Oh no, yeah, I'm keeping everything 2 words. So I'm doing finance tracker, and then I'm gonna do brain dump in this empty space here. Alrighty, let's offset that. Like that. Yes, love the offset line idea. All right, now we just gotta do brain dump. Yeah, I was trying to use offset lining last month during my setup. You can see like when I was doing the font tests here, I was trying to do that. So it was nice for you to give me the idea to incorporate it into this month instead. All right, brain dump. It's gonna be the last one. Hi, Chisani. No need to apologize at all. If any of you ever come in late to a stream and you want to catch up on everything in the beginning, just remember that they're always left posted on the Patreon feed, so that way you can always access them and watch them back. But I'm just making, I had actually finished the whole collection, but I had forgotten that I'd wanted to do some monthly spread headers to go with it. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm almost done. This brain dump header is the last one, I think. If I can fit one more, and there's something that you guys use often that you want me to include on this, please just let me know. If enough people want the same extra header, then I'll try to include it. But if this pretty much is all of the common ones, then I will just call it a day there. Oh, my computer is low on battery. Oh, 1%. See if I can grab my computer charger. Here, for all of those who missed when I showed the whole kit, I'm going to do that again right now, so that way you can see what everything includes. So here is page number 1, page 2 of the kit, and right now I'm replacing these headers here with the monthly spread headers. Here is sheet number 3, the decorative sheet with the smaller versions of the doodles, the monthly kit add-on, and then here the Patreon sheet has task list headers. So this is the $30 Patreon only sheet. And I got 2 task list headers on there, Chisani. Oh, gratitude log. That is a great idea, April, because I've actually been using a gratitude log, and Nikki suggested one too. I've been doing these gratitude logs for the first time where it's just like the blank space, where you can fill in just like whenever you want, and I've been absolutely loving this. I've used it. This is the 2nd month I've had one, and I love it. I used to do gratitude logs where it was a space for each day to write something, and I never liked that setup. I feel like I didn't like being forced to write something down every day. So I like the just free, open space kind of setup. I know the first time I ever saw that, I think, was Bohoberry, because I know she does that every month. So it reminds me of a Bohoberry setup a bit. All right, let's put this in here. And then we'll do gratitude log and be done with these headers. I can also put that shade back on. All right, and finally, gratitude this is now the last one. Last dang outline. I know, I wish I could still blast. That was before I realized how easy it was for my streams to get flagged for copyright and remove the audio. I know that I think there's maybe 1 or 2 streams where the audio is removed, but Paramore is a favorite of mine. I would totally be blasting Paramore right now if I could. But instead, I'm stuck with copyright-free pop music. Anthony, if you want to save it for the next live stream, send it to me during the next live stream chat, because I already have one playing right now and I probably won't come back to this chat to like find the link, but save it for next live stream and that way I can play that playlist. Are there any videos for Procreate? Like on my channel, there's only the one where I show how I make my stickers. I also have like a little mini Procreate tutorial in it, basically. If you're interested in that. Oh yeah, I need to offset the line art first. All right. Ooh. And this fit just absolutely perfectly. I really love that idea of doing the words separately. I'm excited to use these and to have that freedom. Don't know why I don't do that more often. I know I've done that in some of my past collections. Oh, right. I think that is about that. All right, so that's done. Let me export the PNG to my computer so that I have that ready to go. Is that working? No, okay, I'll just save it. I think my favorite kit is, that's a hard one to say because I tend to love the newest ones. The Firefly was my favorite setup, definitely. All right, so that is that. So I might just take the last part of this stream to do that mood tracker. So let me see here. I think this one has, so I think I'll do some boats without the flags and maybe some with. Okay, so let's go to downloads. An A5 one. Get rid of all of this. All right, I now want to basically fill all these spaces with white, but I'm gonna include a little bit of gray shading. So when you color it in, like the shading might peek through a little bit. And then I'm gonna want basically all this to be white. No pattern on my flags. Yeah, I think that's basically what I'm gonna do, Nikki, is have the shading in the folds and then maybe like one main shadow on like one of the sides. And then I also want, so I don't really need these. I want all the line art to be just black. Like that. Maybe. Oh, why did that like not work at all? Okay, I think I'm just gonna retrace these to have my good line art back in the color I want. This liner isn't too thick. I'm a little worried it might be, because I didn't actually figure out what size I wanted these. So, you know what, let me actually start over, because I want to make sure I have these the correct size to fit 31. Let's see here. Oh, my playlist just paused. Right. I was gonna put them in the ocean cherry, but I want to give people the option to cut out the individual boats in case they want to do that instead of using this as one whole printable. So that's the only reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 24. 7. That's 28. Oh, it didn't fit. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's 32. So let me see here. I have to decide how I want to grid this out. I also want for like these to be facing the other way. All right. So let's do this. Like that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we don't need that much. 8 times, or 5 times 7 is 35. Perfect. So I'm pretty sure we'll only need, we can get rid of this row like that. And then we can also get rid of 4 of these at the top. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5 is 30 plus 1. I actually like to have 1 out here just because I'm going to, oh, wait, you can get 5 in a row and the next row can be 4 flag boats. Oh, I see. Because I was just gonna have it like this and then just have the color code and title like in that space. But let me actually try to see what you're talking about here. Let me see. Let me try this again here, because that might be a little bit nicer to have it staggered like you were saying. Really get rid of like all this. Oh. All right, so let's go like that, and then actually, let me just start with the one. And this guy, he'll be like in between. Okay, let me just start there. So I'm gonna fit 5 of these in a row. And then 4 of these, which can then likely be a little bit bigger. Like the flag going in between. See, I need these to have like the same spacing as these. Okay, yeah. In order for this to work. Okay, see if this works. Okay, let me actually turn that back around. I'll have it stagger between the rows instead. Alrighty. So now, let's stagger these. Just like that. And then we can also then make these bottom boats a little bit bigger, wider, all that. Fill in the space a little bit. Okay, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 27. And then I basically just need 4 more. So a row of 4 at the top. Good idea, Nikki. I'm a lot happier with the symmetry of that. All right. So I guess I should have frickin' made the outlines on 2 of them before I did that, but that's fine. All right. So let's make our couple little outlines. We're gonna have our header and color code box at the top. So we're good to outline these bad boys now. Alrighty. I feel like the song's like a copyright-free, like, Post Malone. All right. Almost there. So 4, 8, 12, 16 plus 15 is 31. Sweet. So, oh, and again, I should have so dumb. I should have put the shadows on them before I did that. Oh, well, okay. Let's do those shadows now. Oh yeah, Nikki, I see that you said don't forget shading. I just get so excited to to like copy and paste everything into its pattern, and I'm like, oh, I should have done this before I did that. Okay, let's do some shading. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste the shading onto the other ones. So I'm gonna do some in here, and maybe even darker. And I think maybe just like, reference. Maybe some in this back one, and then maybe like the pole. What do we think? Maybe like that? Cool. And then I could also do this line here. All right, and let's do basically the same thing here. All right, so let's just copy and paste that shading onto all these other dudes. Oh my god, this is like the most generic YouTube video song ever. Skipping that. All right. June 2017. Let's see, I think that was my Under the Sea. Or was that watermelon? I think July was watermelon. I think I'm gonna leave the color code blank on this, obviously, so that people can. Oh, camping. That's right, April. June was camping. I think I'm gonna keep it obviously blank so that you can fill it in with whatever colors. But that is, that's a great suggestion for my colors, Nikki. I'm probably gonna do that, like yellow, blue, red, and then maybe also have like a darker blue in there. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking about June of 2018. Man, time flies. June of 2018 was camping, and June of 2017 was still hand drawn. And I want to say that I didn't even, because like the first sort of like theme that I did that wasn't just like having a color scheme was when I did little leaf cutouts, like way back when. Yeah, that's what I thought, Anthony. It was like a bluish green color scheme, and I had like a sun on the intro page. Yeah, man, that was a long time ago. Okay, so let's just put a header on here. I'm going to put a header on here in black and white in case anybody just wants to print this whole spread. But obviously, once the stickers come in, you can always use the color header instead. But I think I'm just going to keep this one, or maybe I'll do a color version of this too. But I definitely want to, because I know most of my printables are very high in color, and a lot of you can only do black and white. I know that you can just print color in grayscale, Nikki, but it definitely doesn't look as good because I'm not purposefully choosing the tones. So like if I were doing this color, these might end up being very similar tones. So then when you change it into grayscale, it might not look as good. It might not have the same contrast. So that's why if I'm gonna do black and if I like to do intentionally black and white printables sometimes for you guys who like black and white. But I'll also include a color version with the mood. With the mood colorful. Might as well. It'll only take me an extra like few seconds to do that, so. gonna do a little outline around tracker so that there's that little bit of separation. Like that. Let's do a color version of this as well. I can probably actually just pretty much eyeball the colors. I was going to go get a sample of them, but just red, blue, and yellow, so it's pretty easy to do. There we go. I like that. You could even just cut that header out if you only wanted to use that. Now, let's just make our little... How many mood colors do you guys usually like? I feel like I usually like at least 4, but let me know. Five. I'd rather err on the side of giving you guys more than you might want than too few. So if 5 sounds like a good number, I can definitely do that. Five. Cool. I think 5 will be a good, oops. I think 5 will be a good sort of in between that everyone can pretty much get some use out of. All right. Yeah, I think I tend to do like 5, I think is a sweet spot because it gives you a middle mood to kind of be like that like neutral point, I suppose. All right. Cool. Do you guys want me to put numbers in the boats? I feel like I shouldn't, so that way if you're cutting them out, you're not limited. You can like do it in any pattern. Yeah, actually I answered my own question. You guys don't need to answer. I'm not gonna put numbers in them. You guys can just put numbers in them yourselves. All right. I think maybe for the color version, I'll do a little border because I feel like that would be really cute to do a little primary color border. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I feel like the flags would actually be a really cute place for those ones for you guys to write the numbers. I feel like that would be adorable. Okay, so I just really quickly want to do a little bit of a border for the color version. It's not gonna be black, don't worry. There we go. Awesome. All right. Well, guys, I think that is the end of this stream. I'm really stoked with how this turned out. I might even, depending on when I get my plan with me up and all that, I might even sort of promote this in that video because I feel like this is really cute. But yeah, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining today and helping me finish off this whole collection with those headers and with this printable here. I'll have this printable posted for you guys, and once I print the final version of the kit and everything and start and have a cut example, I will post it on Instagram for you all to admire. And I'm gonna be starting to cut all of the stickers for Patreon today. My goal is to get them all shipped out by the end of the week. So, all right, guys, our next live stream is on Saturday, I believe. Saturday at 1 p.m. So I'll see you all there, and